No, what? An STG.
Double kill. UHL ready for report. Triple kill.
Yes, I got a quad. Let's go, baby. I got my first quad finally. I got my first quad, baby.
Focus next time.
Shut up, dude. You're an announcer. You don't even exist. Sorry, I couldn't save you, man. Couldn't get here quick enough.
We have these bloody people.
UHL ready for report. Double kill.
Yes, I got another quad!
Bloodthirsty. Glide bomb.
Let's go, baby!
Location.
That bro was there.
Double kill. UHL ready for report. Triple kill.
So what's good, Straw Gang, and welcome back to another video. I'm finally bringing you guys some Vanguard Beta gameplay. This is the PC Beta. I told you guys in a community post that I wasn't going to be touching the Vanguard Beta until I got my hands on the PC version of the game so I could get, you know, performance-wise and visually the best experience, which I most definitely did. First of all, this game runs very smoothly and just so creamy, buttery smooth. I really love how this game feels. Now, in this video, I'm going to be brushing over the pros and cons, in my opinion, for this game. I've got about 4 hours playtime so far, and of course I'm going to be grinding it much more along the next couple of days that the beta is live for, but I did stay up till like 1 PM with no sleep, so I haven't played as much as I wanted to, but I'm here bringing you guys this video because I most definitely got enough playtime to get a good feel for the game. The gameplay in the background is going to be all the Tommy gun because that is the absolute most reliable, the most solid SMG in the game. Of course the MP40 is really good as well, and then the STG-44 is a very good assault rifle, one of the most dominant that you'll see in the beta if you do get the chance to play it. Now, because we're here early in the video, drop a comment down below what your favorite gun in the beta is so far if you've got to play it. Is it the Tommy gun? Is it the Sten maybe? Is it the MP40? Who knows? Let me know in the comment section below and let's get into it. Now, covering the first thing that I noticed right away when playing this, man, like my very first game on this beta, the first thing that I noticed was how much of a seamless, just smooth transition over from Warzone it is to this game. Like, it is a smooth transition. The engine, for anyone who is curious, is the exact same. It's like more of a polished, refined version, I would say. There's a very slightly noticeable difference between the feel of it because, like I said, it's the same engine, but it's just more refined and more polished. In terms of like slide cancelling and how the game actually feels, there is a very slightly noticeable difference between them, but as you can clearly tell, it's not enough to put me off, right? Like, you know, having to go from, you know, playing Warzone for maybe 4 or 5 hours one day and then hopping on Cold War to maybe unlock a new weapon or rank up some guns. The transition from both of them, it just felt so foreign, you know. Cold War obviously was not a game that I was playing regularly once I went back to Warzone, and that transition between both games was just such an inconvenience, you know. I can most definitely tell you whatever guns I'm going to unlock in Vanguard and whatever camos I'm going to get and all that type of stuff is going to be a very enjoyable experience from, you know, coming from Warzone and grinding this absolutely new beautiful Pacific map that's coming to the game. Oh my god, I can't wait for probably 5-6 hours, and then coming over to Vanguard, it's going to be a good transition. It's going to be a good experience. And besides that, an engine in any game is a big thing, especially Call of Duty, where movement and slide cancelling and all these types of mechanics are very, you know, are very prevalent in the game, if that's the right word. You know, if it doesn't feel good, you most likely won't enjoy it. That's just kind of how it goes. If the movement isn't something you like, or you don't think you could adapt to, or, you know, it won't grow on you, you pretty much just won't have a good experience playing the game anyway, so having good movement and a good engine that you like is very important. So the next thing that I want to go on to is the 10 attachment system here in Vanguard. Now, if you guys don't know, you can have up to 10 attachments on your gun, and why I think this is just such a cool thing and why it's really good is because it just solidifies more and more how much of an arcade, fun, casual shooter Call of Duty is, because anytime a game comes out and people have those complaints about about realism and shit, Call of Duty is just the wrong place to be looking for realism. It's never been that, it never was that, and it hopefully never will be that, because Call of Duty at the heart is an arcade shooter, and this is just not the type of game that you should be looking for realism in. And this 10 attachment system in Vanguard just solidifies that even more. Like for the Tommy gun, for example, I don't know if this applies to other SMGs, I actually just didn't look, but for the Tommy gun, you can get a sniper scope on it. You can literally get an SVT-40 sniper scope on an SMG, and that is the fun, goofy type of shit that I really like to see, because Merc Music is going to have an absolute field day with all of these fun attachments and all these crazy wacky class setups, because you can put 10 attachments on a gun. This is something you'd see in a glitch, you know, you glitch your classes out and make a glitch custom class, and it's got like, I don't know, more attachments on than you can put on it and all that type of stuff. And I think this is going to be really healthy and fun for the game. There's going to be lots of experimenting with all of these different attachments, lots of combinations you can make for different playstyles and all that type of stuff. So next up, I'm just going to briefly go over the maps that I enjoyed, because there isn't, you know, too much that you can play, obviously, because it's a beta, but from what I played, I did enjoy these maps. I thought they worked well with the dynamic features, or whatever you call them, you know, where you can bash through walls and you can jump through the windows on that Hotel Royale map. If you guys have played that, I quite enjoy all of the maps. The only pretty bad experience that I had was Red Star 6v6, which is the snow map. That is the most slow-paced map I've ever played. Not only that, one of my first games on that map, I do believe, was the laggiest shit I have ever experienced. There's a lot of packet loss, a lot of lag within the PC beta specifically, and I might make a whole video out of that game, just because I was lagging so bad. My game was in like slow motion and it felt like I was on 30 FPS, dude. It was the weirdest lag I've experienced, but somehow I still managed to get dogs while my game was like that. It was just, everyone in the lobby was lagging. It wasn't just me. It was weird. The Red Star 6v6 experience is not something you want to have to ever play at all, but I enjoyed the rest of the maps that I played. So now that we've got the positives and the pros out of the way, I'm going to be going down a very short list, actually, a very small list of things that I don't like about this beta and about this game. And they are my two biggest issues that I thought once we saw them once in a Call of Duty and no one liked it, we would never see them again. You know, I'm almost gonna go on a rant, but I'm not gonna. I guess because I talked about the dynamic features or whatever before with the maps, I'll, you know, segue onto this. And that is the doors back in Vanguard. Call of Duty Door Guard is what I'm calling it. I just don't know why doors have returned. They were not liked in Modern Warfare 2019. I don't get it. Is all I have to say. I don't get it. And not just that they're annoying to have, but this now kind of sets the standard and the idea to me personally that any future maps that are going to be remastered in this game are going to have doors in the maps, right? On the maps. Because if you guys haven't heard, Dome and Castle from World at War are going to be brought back into this game, which is very, very cool. I don't think we've ever had remasters of those maps before. And the issue with that is, like I said, are they going to have doors, you know, as well? I know Crash and other maps that got remade in MW 2019 had doors, so are these maps going to have doors? And it just kind of ruins the experience of, and the point of a remaster. You're remastering these maps and kind of changing the experience. I know on Crash there was extra spawn area, and like in the spawns there was like an extra like spawn pocket back there or something. So they're going to change that with these maps as well. I just don't really get it. Like if they didn't add doors and they just copy and pasted the maps into the game, there would be no issue, right? Not having doors in the game, there'd be no issue. Now the next thing that is just as annoying and just as confusing to me is the minimap. Why are we seeing another dysfunctional minimap? For a whole decade we've had a working minimap where if you do not have a suppressor on your gun, you show up as a red dot. If you have a suppressor, you don't show up. It's like, it's not rocket science, you know? And now we have a perk in the game called radar. We literally, we've gotten to a point where we now have a perk in the game that allows you to see people on the minimap that don't have a suppressor. How has that gone from a really simple idea of a traditional minimap to now having to have a perk to do what we once just had as a feature, you know, just something that was in the game? The devs really make it more difficult for themselves by even having to do this, because first of all, obviously there's going to be backlash. Second of all, they've taken it upon themselves to make an entire new perk called radar, make, you know, the icon for it an actually design the perk and do everything on the game, like the developing side of things, and actually put it in the game and make sure it works and whatever, instead of just adding the feature to have a working minimap. Like, they're making it more difficult for themselves when it doesn't need to be. Oh, and the last quick thing I want to add before I end the video off, which is what I was about to do, the audio also is like a little bit weird. I don't know how to explain it. It's just really scuffed. It kind of sounds, it sounds muffled and lower. It doesn't sound like very clear, nice, crisp audio. Yeah, it's more muffled and just like, it's a little bit odd, but I do believe that could be just a beta thing. I'm not too sure. Obviously, I don't want to be too harsh on it because the final release, you know, there's going to be things changed, weapons are going to be rebalanced, and there's going to be some significant changes, and I think the audio could be one of them, and maybe the minimap. I have a very slight bit of hope that the minimap could be reverted and changed to a traditional minimap. But that's pretty much the video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed. If you watched to this point, comment V2 down below, because then I know you made it here. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to drop a like. I'd really appreciate that, and hit that red sub button down below with post notifications on, so you don't miss any of the content coming to the channel each and every single day, man. Thank you so much for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Have a great day, everybody, and I'm out.